Welcome, friends, to the Reality of Health podcast. You are a soul in a vessel. You are not your physical form as you see yourself in the mirror. When you see someone else, you think, there's that person. That's what they look like. Therefore, whether I like the way they look or whether I don't like the way they look, that is that person. And then we make judgments on what they look like. Are they attractive? Are they overweight? Are they skinny, muscular, young, old, dark skin, light skin, this race, that race, hair color, what they're wearing? Boy, do we judge everything, don't we? A person is not the external. You are not what you look like. Your soul lives in your vessel, just like a liquid or a solid in a container. Nothing more. Your body holds your soul. This reality will help open up not only your thoughts on who people are, why they make decisions of what they make. We attach the physical with the soul. That person is a soul. That person is not the jeans and the shirt, or the hair, or anything else. They are a living soul inside a physical body. Therefore, we need to see that person's soul, not the external. I guess this episode could be considered a mental health episode. What is health? I ask this all the time. Is it only your physical body? Or is it also your mental state or your spiritual state? Let me ask you, if you were blind, would you know if the person you were listening to was overweight or ugly or not attractive to your standards, whatever those were? Could you tell just by listening to their voice what they look like? No, you can't. We create our beliefs based on what we see. So what if you couldn't see? I will tell you, the quality of your health has nothing to do with visual representation. You are more than your body. You are more than what you wear. Your worth has nothing to do with your external. And you should never place on other people value based on what they look like. The quality of your health is actually dictated by accumulation of all the things you do every day over a long period of time. Those create quality tissue, quality thoughts, quality spirit, quality immune health, quality outlook, quality beliefs, and the list is endless. Judgment is usually tainted by what you have been sold to believe. I say this a lot because this whole podcast is here to help you see that you've been told and sold on what you should think and do and listen to when it comes to your health. You've been sold to believe that someone who has muscles or no body fat or a certain shape equals health, or that maybe someone is shaped a certain way that you find attractive. Reality is far from what you've been sold. There are many examples of people who you think don't look healthy that live longer than people who you think do look healthy. Then there are perceptions of reality by doctors or health practitioners who believe that markers of health and the way somebody looks is an indication of how long they will live a quality life, only to be proven incorrect. Why? Because they assume what they've been educated to believe. They were sold into believing that everybody must be thin, everybody must look a certain way, everybody must have certain biomarkers in order to be healthy and live a long life. This couldn't be further from the truth. Shape and biomarkers and overall aesthetics have nothing to do with someone's longevity or health status. Healthiness for you is based on your circumstances and who you are, not what somebody else is and who they are. Not everybody is the same personally, but they are the same anatomically and physiologically. So if external mattered, and that were true, then everyone who looks perfect would live to be 120. But that's not what happens. Many testimonies of people who do things that are considered unhealthy and live to be over 100. 99% of people die before the age of 95. Why? If your constitution allows you to live that long, fantastic. If it doesn't, then you will suffer. Your best chances are to do as many healthy things as you can. What are those healthy things, Eric? Well, take away anything that you know is toxic, and that means get serious in your life. Take away anything that disagrees with your body, and again, you're going to have to get serious. Then you can take away anything that you know is harmful to your mind or your spirit, and that is even harder. Then you need to start concentrating on positive things. Enough with the negativity. Concentrate on a diet that works with your body type. Then you can add to your life things that are beneficial for you. What are those things? Well, you'll have to figure those out. I can't tell you. I can give you general principles. It's up to you to find these things. It's part of life. You have to know after trying things and taking things away and organizing how you conduct your life to find out if the things you're doing are working for you or against you. Journaling is a fantastic way to go. It doesn't have to be long drawn out. It can be just a couple words written down. Today, this was my diet really quickly. This is how I felt at the end of the day. Done. You can also start testing just generally things in your life. Take away that garbage toothpaste you've been using your whole life. Try something more on the natural side. Same with other skincare products. How about clothing? Get rid of all that plastic clothing that you have. Just generally change things in your life that are unhealthy and see how you feel. Or you could employ somebody who knows how to test you with muscle testing. Lots of people do muscle testing. You can learn how to do it on yourself too. Just go online and learn the techniques. But you can pay somebody. It's actually not that hard. And if you're with somebody, both of you can learn how to do it and do it to each other whenever you need to. It's amazing. In this modern world, you do have to figure this kind of stuff out. Because in the old world, it wasn't a problem. Why? Because in the old world, they did not have to deal with same things that we have to deal with in the new world. They did not have artificial hormones and commercial farming and environmental toxins and toxins from food and body care and water. They weren't bombarded by forever chemicals and plastic, not only in their food, but in their clothing. Things were more natural. They didn't have electromagnetic fields from cell phone towers and radio towers and electricity. The only EMF field they had to deal with was the earth itself, which humans have been in tune with since God created everything. Your body is trying to figure out how to be in the best state possible, dealing with toxins and electromagnetic fields and stress and bad diet, not enough sleep and toxic clothing, toxic home chemicals, toxic substances in the food and the poorly raised food. No wonder people who care about life want to feel good, look good, and live long. Everybody else is giving up. Why? the food environment and everything else combating them has them in a state of surrender. They just go along to get along. They don't have the strength to fight to be healthy. They don't have the mental fortitude to decide to be healthy and live to enjoy life. They're like addicts who give in to their addiction because it's easier. So what do you want out of life? What's your goal? How do you want to fulfill the end of your days? How do you want to go out in a blaze of glory? What drives you to listen to this episode, this knowledge, all this encouragement to change where you are and what you want? What drives you? What is your breaking point? When do you finally give up sugar, fast food, toxins, or the easy way? Is it pain? Is it suffering? Is it I don't have a choice? Or is it just laziness? When will you flip that switch? When is enough? When have you had your limit? Do you want to feel better? Then let's flip that switch, baby. What is that switch for you? What is it you can't give up? Have you compared what you want with what you need? It starts with small changes. No need to make large changes all at once. Small changes over time accumulate. I talked about this before. And in many ways, small changes are more beneficial because you don't feel the consequences of such a large, drastic change. Smooth transition sometimes is just better overall. So what does that look like for you? Is it diet? Or is it getting off the couch? Maybe no more video games. Maybe you have to change your job, or stop sleeping so much, or stop sleeping so little. Is it too much eating? Or is it too much abusing substances that you know are not good for you? Your appearance has nothing to do with your healthiness. It has nothing to do with your outlook. It has nothing to do with your fortitude in life. It has nothing to do with your desire to do good. It has nothing to do with being positive. Your appearance is only a byproduct of your internal healthiness. That is based on making good, honest, and righteous choices in your life every single day. You are not what you look like. You are a combination of all your experiences brought into what you are right now. If you are happy with that, keep on going, baby. Don't stop. If you're not happy with who you are, then it's time to change. Health is not about biochemical reactions in your body creating a perfect statuette human figure. It is about feeling good every day so you can experience all the things that matter to you. What are those things? Write them down. Then own them. All of your sacrifices of giving up all the fun things that your mind has associated with pleasure in this life needs to be worth it. How do you do that? How do you stop eating the things that taste so good, or using things that you really, really want to use that you know are not good for you? Quantify it to yourself every single day when you make the decision to choose the healthy thing over the unhealthy thing. Not only in food, but also in your spiritual choices. But do not, under any circumstances, judge or rate yourself on how you look. If everyone did that, no one would ever succeed at anything in life. And if you do that, you are adding an anchor to your journey. Do not try to look like everyone else. Do not try to compare yourself to anyone else. The only thing you should compare yourself to is righteousness, goodness, charity, self-control, patience? How about treating others with respect? How about basically trying to leave this place having been a witness for all things positive, not evil? Then, and only then, will you realize that your beauty has nothing to do with how you look. The world will convince you that external visual beauty is all that matters. That is one of the greatest lies the world has ever told. Feeling good with energy and health is so much better than looking like you have energy and health. You will accomplish all the goals and the reality that you want for your life when you do not have the anchor of trying to look like someone else. Sometimes your mind will crush your spirit and your energy. This is why it's so important to understand this concept. You are not what you look like. Mirrors are bad for you. If mirrors didn't exist and nobody knew what they look like, don't you think people would do things differently? Your desires, your intentions, your outcomes have nothing to do with how you look. This reality of understanding that you are not what you look like, it's you are a soul inside of a vessel, is the number one thing you can come to grips with. You are a miracle inside of a miracle created by the Creator. If you don't believe that, then you're a miracle inside of a miracle doing miraculous things. You must keep trying. You can pull through. You can do it. You can achieve your goals. Why? Because it has nothing to do with what you look like. It has everything to do with your fortitude. It has everything to do with your desire to feel better, to live as long as you can, to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself, to enjoy as much of this life as you can, to do good, not evil, and to not compare yourself to anyone else. You are a miracle. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what others think of you. What matters is your realization that you feel healthy. You have good energy. You can handle daily life, that you want to handle daily life, but you enjoy your daily life, and that you look forward to anything that life may bring you.